of you is the start of life for me. For me.
Godforge players, your mains just got benched. Sun Wukong is coming to Godforge, and he owns the ladder now. Yo, if you're even thinking about playing Godforge, join my Discord right now. Insider leaks, early tips, cracked team builds, and a shot to join my guild before launch day? Yeah, you want to get in here. Head over to the Fateless Store and check out some great merch that they have. Get yourself a mouse pad, get over there now and use my promo code, all caps, DanMan10. Grab yourself 10% off. It's like I'm eating myself. What's going on, guys? DanMan is back with another banging video for Godforge. And in this one, we're going over Wukong. That's right, he's coming to Godforge, the legendary Monkey King. I've got all of his skills, full breakdown on all the details. I'm gonna go over a brief history of him and give you a realistic expectation for what you can expect in Godforge. Let's have some fun, let's go. Alright, so let's give you an overview of how we're going to break down this video. Who is Wukong? For those that don't know, I'm going to give you a super fast rundown. Then we're going to go into a brief history of Wukong. And then what you're all excited about, I'm going to go over all his skills and show you just how strong this god is. Then I'm going to wrap things up with my final thoughts on what we can expect in Godforge. Going over his origin and his early life, Sun Wukong is a legendary figure from Chinese mythology. He was troubled by the inevitability of death, so he sought immortality. Eventually, he learned powerful abilities through a Taoist master. After a period of chaos in the heavens, Sun Wukong was given a demeaning position, but he did not like that, so he rebelled, declaring himself the Great Sage, who was equal to heaven, a title that he fought for and earned. But the Jade Emperor and Buddha were not happy. They trapped Sun Wukong under a mountain for 500 years. He was eventually released to protect the monk Tang Zhangzang, who was gathering Buddhist scriptures. And through this difficult journey, Sun Wukong learned the ways of Buddhism, which ultimately led to him attaining Buddhahood. It made him stronger than ever. He learned the ways of 72 transformations, giving him the ability to change into many different forms. He learned to walk on clouds, allowing him to travel vast distances. He discovered a magical staff found in the Dragon King's palace, the Rui Jingobang. And as far as immortality, he consumed elixirs, ginseng fruits, and magical peaches, which made him virtually unkillable. Many movies, video games, and stories have been made up about Sun Wukong over the years. He's a playable character in League of Legends, Dota 2, Smite, Warframe, Arena of Valor, Honor of Kings, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, Heroes of Newerth, Raven's Watch, Civilization 6, and Shin Megami Tensei, and he's even spotlighted as skins, cameos, and NPCs in games like Fortnite, Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm, Guild Wars 2, MapleStory, Minecraft, Puzzles and Dragons, and even World of Warcraft. Sun Wukong has been the subject of a myriad of popular media, and now, it's no surprise, Godforge is bringing us the best in their variant of Sun Wukong. Now, it is important to note that this is not his final depiction. Godforge is still in its very early stages. Character designs are far from over. These characters are brought to life from a single concept through a molding process, adding textures, and weighing various options, till finally they're given a 3D model rendering. But even those are far from polished. In one of Fateless' newest videos, we see a character going through that process, showing how they're going through the fine details. But what you see in this video is not going to be the final Wukong that you see at launch. It's just an early depiction rendering. Now it's time. Let's get into the fun stuff. What skills is Sun Wukong bringing to Godforge? For his basic, we're looking at the Rui Jingobang, which is his magical staff. He strikes with this for 310% attack, and then he increases his divinity 5%. If he's joining an attack, he further increases his divinity by another 5%. And with this skill, he also mirrors one buff from the enemy. His magical staff is doing the work. And then we get into his core skill, which is his sneaky AoE, giving him attack up for 2 turns and hitting for 180% damage, 2 times. And for every buff that Sun Wukong has on him, it's going to increase his damage by 10%. This is massive. And now they did justice for his ultimate. He's going to attack for 72% damage 8 times at random. And each hit has a 35% chance to heal Sun Wukong for 8% of the damage inflicted and decrease the enemy's turn meter by 8%. If a single target is hit more than 5 times, additional hits are going to be reduced by 50%. So this kind of curbs him a little bit for going single target, but it makes him a monster for clearing waves. And this ultimate is going to keep popping because you're going to gain 40 divinity when you're inflicting damage to an enemy. And now his passive makes him the Monkey King. He has mastered immortality, meaning when he receives fatal damage, he's coming back to life. And additionally, as his passive, he has a 50% chance to join in all allies' attacks. Godforge truly has done him justice. And the glimpse we're seeing of him this early in development leaves so much potential for launch. So there's going to be a couple different ways to build him. He does scale off attack, so you could go pure assassin and wave clear with attack, 100% crit rate, and then scale your max crit damage. Or you could play him as a bruiser, leaning into his immortality and his self heals, building into HP and defense. Or you could just build him as the clone commander, focusing on speed, 3 sticks, 1 brain. Again, this is just a bit of theory crafting. We're going to have to wait to see how he comes out in final launch, and I'm sure I'm going to be covering another guide on him later. There's a lot of variables that come into play. How are the other heroes looking? What other heroes do you have summoned to team him with? But one thing is for sure, if you pull this legendary, you're going to be happy that you have the Monkey King in your corner. Just based off of alpha and the heroes that we've gotten to play so far, the additional attack mechanic for him joining attacks and having AoE is massive. So based on what we know so far, he's definitely a viable unit. Again, though, there's a lot of heroes we don't even know about yet, so it's nearly impossible to place him. But if history tells us anything, it's that Sun Wukong is going to be a serious force. I'm so glad he's coming to Godforge. He's one of my personal favorite legends, the Drunken Monkey, the Monkey King. I'm excited to see what kind of lore they have in store for him. This definitely brings a whole new light to the TN faction. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of Sun Wukong. You excited? You hyped? You should be. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed and learned a bunch. Make sure you check the description of the video. I'll have a bunch of links for you. Come join my Discord. Come play Godforge. Please do me a huge favor. Like the video. Subscribe to my channel so you guys can stay tuned to all my future videos. I appreciate you all. Stay blessed. I hope you guys have a great night. I'll see you on the next one.